Now, prior to the Berlin Conference, there was free movement. You know, while we talk about this issue of South African chasing away the Zimbabweans, a lot of us South Africans became emotional and they're like, you know, that is our problem as a people. We don't like when the what we do that is not right is brought to our faces, and we are not growing with that. Like I said in that video, it is their right. Yes, they are protecting their territory. Those South Africans that are chasing away the Zimbabweans, they are protecting their territory. Why should it be that way? Because it is said that the Zimbabweans that are coming in to do some of the things that is making them not look good. They are coming in to offer cheap labor, like someone said. They are coming in to offer cheaper labor. So those bosses who might be white men that feel like the South Africans do not want to agree to their terms anymore, are now hiring the Zimbabweans, taking over the chances of the South Africans. There's nobody that will accept that. Of course, it's normal that they'll be chased away. But there are ways that this can be done, Your Majesties. There are ways that this can be done. Why can't the leaders of these countries put their heads together and do something? That also makes it borderless. All right? If we think that bringing down these borders will not do anything, I want to get your opinion, Your Majesty. What do you think? Do you think bringing down the borders that were erected by the colonial masters is a solution to our unity? Do you think if those borders are brought down and everybody can move freely, do you think Africa will progress with a borderless Africa? I want you to leave your comments at the section. Let's make this interactive. You might not know who will see this video, so let's make this interactive. If you think that a borderless Africa would be the breakthrough for Africa, leave a comment there. If you think that the success of Africa is not in being borderless, leave your comment there. But just have this in mind that there was a time that we were borderless as a continent. And even at that time, we still had issues. There were still issues. There were still tribal problems here and there, but it was manageable and we were living. So there is no society that don't have challenges. That's something you also should bear in mind. There's no society that don't have challenges. Every society have their challenges. And they look for solution for their problems. That's how the life is. If you're living a life where there's no problem at all, you have to ask yourself, because something is wrong. Right? Now, if we are borderless, we have opportunity to grow. It has advantage. Now, the disadvantage is it's still within us. So me, I'm not seeing any disadvantage in this thing. It's us. If I'm thinking of going to another region or another country to go and steal and bring to my country, then something is wrong with me. And something is wrong with a lot of people, a lot of us Africans. If I think going to another man's home and to go and destroy that man's home and then run to my own and hide, if I think that is the solution for me, then something is wrong. If we all have one mind, bringing down the borders is not a problem. If we have one mind, we love each other. I keep talking about love. Let's love ourselves. Let's respect ourselves. Let's be genuine. Let's have each other's back. When all these are in place, I won't go to a man's home or another man's country and go and spoil and come back. So I won't go and terrorize other people and come back because that angle is not my own. Let me go and terrorize and come. I won't do that. What am I saying? When there is brotherly love amongst us, there will be no need for border. So when we see the enemy is the person that does not look like you and does not act like you. When you see enemy, you bring the enemy to book. Then we live peacefully. Our ancestors were living like this. So why do you think it's so impossible? And the more these borders are propagated, the more we hate ourselves as Africans. When someone comes to say, okay, what South African did is not right, because you are not a South African, so you hate all South Africans. Oh, what Nigeria did is bad. Oh, because you are not Nigerian, so you hate on Nigeria. Why do you think I'm not a South African? Or why do you think I'm not Nigerian? So because I'm South African, I should not point out the evil that my people do? Or because I'm Nigerian, I will not point out the evil that my people do? Come on, we are not going to progress with that kind of mindset. It's painful, but let's say it as it is. Your Majesties.
We want a united Africa operating with 1.2 billion Africans working together. Collective GDP, $2.3 trillion. All our diamonds, our platinum, our gold under one command. That's what we want as Africans. But I'm here, Mr. President said, to say an ever closer African Union is the wrong vehicle. It won't deliver what we want. What we want, Mr. President, sir, is the United States of Africa, one country, one entity, either a federation under one strong government, either a unitary state like China or India. One entity. We want to abolish national sovereignty, not decolonize it, abolish it, so that we have continental sovereignty. Only one sovereignty, African sovereignty, not Malawi sovereignty, Zimbabwe sovereignty. No, just one continental sovereignty. The disagreement, Mr. President, sir, is on the how. And I'll show you, without equivocation nor ambiguity, why an ever closer African Union won't deliver what my brother from the States wants. It won't deliver that. You want to know why? Look at the Constitutive Act of the African Union. Look at Article 3B. What does it say? It says we must protect the national sovereignty. We must protect the national territorial integrity. We must protect the independence of member states. So which means, is currently defined, the AU will not be able to unite Africans into one colossus, one entity. Why? Because primarily it is founded on the supremacy of national sovereignty. Malawi is sovereign. Swaziland is sovereign. Botswana is sovereign. We don't want that. We want continental sovereignty and link up with the African diaspora. Reason number two why it won't work? There are 55 presidents in Africa. 55, not 54. 55. Now, each one of them wants to be a president, a prime minister, even if it means presiding over starving people, even if it means presiding over disempowered people. We cannot expect African leaders, these 55 men, to commit political suicide and legislate themselves out of existence. Therefore, the African leaders, the 55 men, will not allow a change in that constitution to create what you and I want. Why? President Ramaphosa wants to be a president, not a governor, not a minister of transport. Yoweri Museveni wants to be a president, not a governor or a minister of agriculture. Emmerson Mnangagwa wants to be a president and not a minister of local government or the youth. America has 325 million people. GDP $19 trillion. They have one president, a crazy one for now. But they've won. China has 1.4 billion Chinese. GDP $11 trillion. One leader. India, 1.2 billion Indians. GDP $2.5 trillion. One leader. Why can't we have one president in this African continent? Why 55? And I am arguing an ever closer African Union will not deliver the United States of Africa.
Oh my goodness. So you see, Your Majesties, the challenge is not even in saying, "Oh, we can't open border because these ones will come and steal from us. These ones will come and eat our food." That's not even the problem. Anyway, it's a problem because if we decide to accept ourselves, we force our leaders to accepting what we want. But why I'm saying it's not a problem is that there are bigger ones ahead of us. Now, these forces that implanted this whole system will not even want to let go of the system. Because it is from this separation with 55 presidents that they eat their own. Just imagine 55 presidents, and when they are going for a program or a meeting or whatever, convention, they pack our president inside bus like school children. Oh my goodness, Your Majesties. Nobody wants to bow for the other. The results we have in our societies today around the continent is the result of the personalities of our being as Africans. You are shouting, our leaders did this, our leaders did that, we shout every day. But we ourselves, the problem is from inside, though. Because these leaders are not taken from outside, they are taken from amongst us. You don't want to bow for another person to move. You don't want to let go for the other person. We always want to hold tight. Like I said, we are always intelligent and smart with ourselves, but we are stupid to other people. When it comes to your brother, you want to show that you know, you can do it, you can say it, you will never leave, let it go. But to some other persons, you are stupid. You become helpless. But you can't be helpless for your brother. Why can't I be stupid for my sister? We all want to be wise and smart for ourselves. So how do we grow? Nobody wants to bow. Nobody wants to bow. Nobody wants to inconvenience his or herself. Everybody wants to remain. This is my own portion. I will never shift. This is our problem. And it's seen even from the comments we make, especially when we're trying to defend ourselves or defend our borders. It is seen. It's unfortunate. And we keep shouting every day, not saying we will work. Before kingdom change, men must change. If we need that unity to be possible in our time, or even when we are no more, because most of what we do here is not even for ourselves again, it's for our descendants. If we want this idea of unity to be successful, we need to begin to let go of some things for our brothers and sisters. We need to start calming down for ourselves and begin to open eye for others. Because unity is the only way for us to succeed. And how do we get to this whole unity? There are hurdles on the way. There are thorns. We need to step on these thorns. We need to, go up and down, climb these mountains and level everywhere so we can pass smoothly. Because all these hindrances to this unity are all the stumbling blocks and the thorns on the way of our success as a people. And that's why I will say it again, for those of you who haven't, check out African Collective. You go to the link at the description or at the comment section and just click the link and check out what African Collective is about and see how you can be part of the community. Let's build a community where we love, we share, all right, we get first-hand information about ourselves. We get to see how we get more united as a people. All right, Your Majesties. Anyway, I felt like sharing this with you, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.